It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Browns and the Chiefs under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the wild card round. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Shifts by him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nyheim Hines, 53 yards. And the Browns will strike first here, this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game, but there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go.
And again, it's Chubb. Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 37 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands, and on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go, and when you're an RB1.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 34 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, 53 yards. And the Browns have regained the lead.
Here we go.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Down the right sideline. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 10-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game and ultimately be a champion. They're trying to prove that fact today.
Setting the tone on the ground. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Jameis Winston, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gott.
Here's Stroud. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Jerry Judy. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns continue to pull the playoff surprise.
Look at hot.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 88 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next week. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. There he goes, left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. Hines now on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A give running right is Chubb. 114 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now Chubb running right. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense...
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Escapes the defender. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Browns offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 63 yards. And the Browns continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty...
On the quick, right?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught at the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 51 yards.
This has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Here we go. Let's go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Play action. Here's Stroud. Dancing to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Stroud. Flushed out right. Seven yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
And the situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. Here's Hines. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yep.
All right.
And they take a knee. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.